So we got our dirt work completed with the backfilling. Instead of back dragging it, we just tracked it down with a 550 John Deere. A white flag shows center line of the pipe. We got some yellow pin flags on up the way. What they're doing over here is digging the 1 foot trench that the ArmorMax is going to lay down in, and then along the bottom they'll dig another 1 foot trench to do the footer, and the ArmorMax will lay on 3 sides of that and come up the slope. As it comes up the slope, it'll be shingled so water will flow over it. We're going to span 25 foot either side of center line of the pipe. The pipe is anywhere from 11 foot underground to 6 foot underground. You can see the yellow pin flags marking center line now. So we've got the trench dug over here. Marked it with paint at the edge. This is there used to be a terrace here, it looks like years ago. We went ahead and built another one. Water flows that direction. Went ahead and extended that terrace out to the wood line. You can see where that tree is. It's built up. That's what tells us there was probably a terrace there. So this trench is 25 foot from center line. Then we'll do another trench over there. This terrace we built following a contour over by where that truck's parked, following it around. It was turned a little too steep. You can see the original terrace there. So we changed the contour a little bit, and water from this terrace flowed over toward that truck. So any water collected here, it may pool here, it may flow around there. And then again, drainage tends to be in that direction. Just on the other side of that terrace is a cut. It goes downhill right along the trees, and it cuts down into that creek. The ArmorMax Pyramat will start up here on the uphill side of the terrace. It will extend 25 foot each side of center line of the pipe down to the toe of the bank of the creek. And up here on this side of the terrace, there will be another 1 foot trench for the header. I don't think we're going to need a dead man installed up here with this mat. We're just going to bury it 3 sides of the trench and then over the top. ArmorMax is laid out up there. They've got some of it cut already. And then these are our cables. And we've got some more on the way. So we got about 4 foot towed in at the bottom, wrapped up underneath.
Tight at the top over here. Hey.
Got an 8 foot segment folded in half and brought underneath for the toe. And then this part shingles up.
See that white line? Don't go past that white line.
They got about a foot overlap in the shingles. They'll get it laid out and then stake it down with these sod nails, 1 foot nails.
Pull this corner. See, we're trying to get it to where it lays down flat. You pull it toward me. Pull it toward me. See, look at all the. You see all the wrinkles in it? It's just like laying out a carpet. Or
Get it straightened out so it stays relatively straight all the way up the hill. Pull that by hand and see how hard it is. Stand on the green thing, maybe.
Do what?
Stand on the green thing and pull it by hand.
Oh, you gotta stand on
the silver, yeah. Didn't come up much, did it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that little thing it's made to pull that rod with, but it kind of tears that.
Yeah, I noticed.
Hard to get a bite on it, but it helps. They make a handle that you can clamp onto that cable with.
It'd be a lot better.
That ought to be good.
That'd be good, yeah.
As long as it sucks it down on there.
Yeah, you can see it's got pressure on it. So they're using a ground rod to drive that in about 4 foot. And that little contraption is made to pull the ground rod, but they're using it to pull the cable. That fastens that ArmorMax mat down into the trench, so you can bury that trench using 1 foot sod nails to nail it down until we can come along and about every 5 foot put down the cables with the tendons, and then we'll just work our way up. So we got it towed in down there, got it trenched out here. We're gonna go all the way up to the second terrace. Just taking our time. It gets a little steep right past where I'm standing. But actually this ArmorMax gives you a little better footing. It's a little easier to walk on, but we still have to be real careful. We're taking our time and getting it right and staying safe. So you can see we're at the toe of the slope. It's folded under and buried, and then folded back around the toe and over the top and back uphill. So you have 3 sides that are going to be buried once we're finished. All right, now we're on the slope of the bank. From top to toe, when they're driving those cables in, they're keeping that rod and driving that cable in perpendicular to the slope and not plumb to level, not straight up and down. So they're putting that rod at an angle and driving it in. That way you get the most penetration. Just about done here. Putting in the last ones. I saved the best for last, doing the slope. So we're getting to the top of the hill where it's flattening out, and we're using our remnants and we're overlapping them, shingling them the same way we go downhill, because this stuff drains about that direction. So doing that here in the middle, and then over here we're using a smaller piece and it'll overlap the next one up. Just got a couple more to go. This water that's going to sit behind this terrace isn't going to move very rapidly. This terrace had blown out over here off center line, over on the edge of our right-of-way, and we got that packed back in. So from the next terrace on up here, we still got to place all our cables, our tendons, and hold downs. We're just doing some dressing here, final dirt work.